Hello, everybody. Talking to you live from the Aventura Corporate Center, David Solomon and myself, and we'll see you in 30 seconds. We are talking about the cancel culture and why TikTok has gone un. Hello, everybody. We are live. I was talking yesterday with David, and unfortunately, our broadcast got ripped out for 15 minutes about cancel culture, Dr. Seuss, and the whole big thing that you've seen on the news cycle. But one thing about this cancel culture, continuing this conversation, is, the everyone in social media wants to censor, right? They want to censor what we say, how we say it, whether you're politically left, where it'll be accepted, politically right, you're just going to be cut. But when you look at TikTok, this cancel culture is totally ignoring. I posted something on Facebook, which was a rhyme that Dr. Seuss had written, and I had sort of, captured it and changed it a bit and put it up there. And Facebook edited it and said, this is factually incorrect. It's no secret that I'm not a fan of our current president, but he is the president, and he has completely avoided, saying that like his predecessor, President Obama, who absolutely embraced Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss Day is something that we've all grown up with. As a child, we actually don't necessarily identify with these racy images that are not racy. They're just images that some psychologists, psychiatrists, or just someone who wants to pick on something from our culture and wants to burn the books.
Well, no, Stuart, hold on. No, Stuart, whoa, no. Yeah, most of them, I agree with you. There are a couple of images, and I've seen them, which I agree need to be redesigned. They got to be redesigned to match to the 21st century sensitivity. I'm not saying that we have to ban the books. I'm saying that redesign. This was illustrated decades ago.
But I mean, so we redesign it, but like you can go and find, anti-Semitic literature and videos on TikTok. You can find anti-Black, anti-Asian, anti-Indian that are so friggin' racy that, I'm a white male, but I'm going to tell you, if I was Black and I saw this, man, that's nasty.
Look,
it's nasty. I mean, if you Google this stuff, these TikToks, our kids are watching this media. But why is there no censorship? If they want to censor Facebook and Dr. Seuss, why aren't these, cancel cult mob people going after TikTok? I don't get it. It's like be an equal opportunist, right?
Yeah, actually, it's a great point you bring up, and it's funny. And again, I love my dinner table conversations with my wife and my kids, and I asked them. I said, listen, you guys are all you're ranting and raving about TikTok, but then you show me these disgustingly racy type of things. So, for example, look here, let me, how can you tell me that somebody who's the Holocaust spewing like hate against Jews, or better yet, all about anti-Black, anti-Latino, anti-Asian, like it's gotten to the point where I asked them, so what do you do here? And you know what the response was? This is the crazy thing, Stuart. The response was, there's nothing to do. I said, well, why don't you boycott TikTok? Everybody else likes to boycott, and they go, oh, no, we can't do that. We love social media. We love our medium, the medium that we have, media that we have out there, so that we can actually, share, because it's about collaboration. Think of all the businesses we're going to hurt if we get off of TikTok. Think of all the people we're going to impact if we're going to get off of TikTok. And I'm like, exactly. Think of all the people who should be screaming and yelling at TikTok that this is not a place. You need to censor, cancel those people, for God's sakes.
So how do we find a happy medium that allows people to have a voice. Like, for example, as you said, if you saw a racy image that shouldn't be there, and maybe I missed it. I was too busy watching Curious George. But, okay, we redo it. You can't change history. I'm sorry. What happened in the past happened in the past. There's an underground rail network that I actually went when I was in Louisiana, and I went to go and see. And it's really sad and pathetic, what our country has done. People that owned all of those cotton fields, right? They were bad people. By the way, I think our current Carey has tobacco. I think they were actually one of those plantation owners was the Carey family. I may be wrong on that, but I know that one of them did. Or maybe it was a former vice president running. Anyways, long story short, you can't erase this history. And, we have our friend Bal, who's not with us today. But I mean, we had him on a couple of weeks ago, and he openly said, this is history. This is Black History Month, right? We want to remember. We want to. It was February. I'm off by now. We want to remember. We want to acknowledge, because these mistakes of our past is what helps us prevent them in the future. And I think that you cannot wipe out Washington, Lincoln out of our history and tear this all apart. You're tearing apart our history. And you know what? If they were bad people, that's great. Let's learn about what they did. Let's understand what they did right and what they did wrong. Because don't you want to encourage a nation, a country to grow? How does a country grow if it doesn't know where it went wrong?
Well, it's a great point. And I took Shakespeare in university, and Shakespeare was living in England in his day. And at the time, England, racism was prevalent. If you weren't a, Christian, if you weren't. And if you read Shakespeare's works, it's laced with stereotypes. It's laced with racism. Comments about the poor, comments about, other races.
I am not a half Jew, black Moor. You're right. It's laced and riddled with it.
Right. And so at the end of the day, the crazy thing is, and I studied it back, granted, by the 90s, right? And late 80s, early 90s. And the professor, I remember, stood up and said, ladies and gentlemen, please understand the context. Before you lose your mind about how racist Shakespeare was, keep in mind the context that in his day, Shakespeare did not meet Jews. He didn't meet blacks. He didn't meet other foreigners. He did not. So he catered to society in England in those days. We have to learn from that. And if we look at Dr. Seuss, and if we look at all that stuff that we've seen from Dr. Seuss, it isn't it's funny. It's not the parents that are saying this. It's not. It's a bunch of teachers who have come across and said, we should ban the books. Banning books? Guys, we don't ban books. Please don't do that. That's now control speech. To the cancel culture out there, focus your attention. You asked me the solution. Focus the attention on where the problems are prevalent. If you look at social media where there's an extraordinary amount of racism, why isn't anybody screaming at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok?
I just want to share. I just did a Google search. I just want everyone to see that The Great Gatsby, Catcher in the Rye, The Grapes of Wrath, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Color Purple, Ulysses, Beloved, The Lord of the Flies. They want to erase these books and call them illegal.
What's funny?
I don't know about you, but I read The Grapes of Wrath. I did 1,000 pages, right?
Stuart, I remember in high school doing The Lords of the Flies. There was a movie to The Lord of the Flies. Anybody who wants to ban that book has never read it.
You know what? I want to challenge all these morons, especially the Hollywood elite. I want them to go and tell the people from The Color Purple, we're canceling your movie and deleting it from existence. I want to cancel all this George Lucas Star Wars because Darth Vader is a black villain.
Wait.
I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Stuart, if you're gonna knock out The Color Purple, then what's next?
But that's my
Gone
point.
Gone with the Wind.
Yep.
And then Roots.
Yep.
And then all these books that, for those of you who have never read or never seen the miniseries or the whatever, please do. and just form your own
I
opinion. This
agree.
isn't racism. God, I spoke about this yesterday. Mel, Mel Brooks did a great thing back in the day, and people like, he made fun of everybody. By 21st century standards, that was racism. In the 1970s and 80s, that was humor because he made fun of everybody. And he came out and said, I am making fun of everybody. And by the way, Mel Brooks is Jewish, and he said, I'm making more fun of Jews than anybody else,
Oh
but
my
it
God.
was all about humor.
I
We,
am
we
I'm I am so excited that Eddie Murphy's coming back with,
yeah,
Back to America. Do you know that film, that
coming to
original
America.
film,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That original film, which is, in my opinion, a classic, a road, and who would ever think that he would be more homely than Bill Cosby? But nevertheless, it is one of the raciest films in the 80s that's ever come out.
Well, I
And
don't know
do
if
you
it's
know what?
racist, but Stuart, what's funny? Do you remember the white guy with the mustache in the barber shop in the original movie? That
He's
was Eddie Murphy.
Murphy.
He put on
Exactly.
white paint on his face and he pretended to be a Jewish old man in a chair to tell the joke at the end of the movie. Like that was that whole thing. Folks, what we started here with TikTok and what we're starting here with Dr. Seuss and with all these things, what irks me, and we're again two white men ranting and raving like crazy lunatics, you might say. But I'm sorry to say that you are erasing history. You're
Yep.
focusing your attention in the wrong direction. I get it. You want to be angry. You want to be mad at what's going on out there and you want to correct things. Fine. But do you understand? You actually do not understand the impact of your decisions because what you want to do is erase, you want to cancel, you want to shut out. Well, then get on their damn TikTok. You want to have impact? Get on social media and start eradicating every single page dedicated to hate.
I also want to add to that. I want them to start eradicating, literally, all of the movies and cut the extra salaries that are given on their rerolls and no longer allow them. If they think that they can cancel history by burning books and not learning from, they should burn the reels of film that these modern day actors are putting out there that are completely wrong. And let's
Uh,
burn their paychecks
look,
because honestly, they just don't get it.
no, I think that look, I'm tired of Hollywood screaming and yelling,
Oh,
crying. I'm tired of politicians waving the whole banner. If President Obama in 2015
yep.
declared Dr. Seuss inclusive, where he declared in 2015 that it was great literature, it was wonderful for all families and children to learn from. What changed in 6 years, please? Did Barack Obama miss something in the books? Did Barack Obama, who maybe I don't agree with President Obama, but ladies and gentlemen, President Obama read Dr. Seuss to his children. That's what he said. He thought that literature was phenomenal.
You
And
know,
yet, there you go. Pretty much all you need to know is in his books. And 6 years later, are we saying that President Obama was wrong? That him and the First Lady Michelle completely missed all the racism and all the hate come on, really?
they're not covering this fairly in the media. Like, it's just never being explained. Listen, right wing media is just as cancel culture as left wing media.
Correct.
It's just there's no middle ground.
Nope.
Growing up in Montreal, with you, David, and living here in South Florida, and actually being monitored today by a guy out in California, there is no limit to how crazy this is. 6 Dr. Seuss books are being canceled because of race imagery. How about we modify the imagery, memorialize where we went wrong? And, like this Dr. Seuss guy had some pretty racy shit, David. I mean, he wasn't exactly a saint.
No, but who is?
This
Come
guy
on,
was
who
not a
is?
Bangla, but, why will Saki not say why it's been dropped off the reading? Why
Well,
do they just avoid it?
listen, this is becoming the woke thing to do, is to agree rather than to challenge. And this is something that I've ranted about, and I'm tired of being told we cannot debate openly in society different views. What we're doing is, if you don't agree with me, I'm canceling you.
Oh, that's right.
And right now, there's too much power wielded by certain people because they feel that it's no. Let's get over this, people. We need to grow some fortitude and stop canceling and erasing. Guys, if you want to do this, go back to 1930s Germany and see what happens.
Yep.
See what happens. And Stuart,
David,
I see by the clock on the wall.
Yep, we're done.
That it's time to bid you one and all goodbye, farewell, adieu.
See you tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the rentnetwork.com is being revamped as we speak. Please check it out. Subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, your comments and your feelings of what we should be talking about here.
And I want to give a shout out to the technician and an engineer from Mellon who's making sure that our broadcast doesn't get canceled today. So thank you, Mellon, for the non-cancel cancel culture.
Thank you.